We were just discussing getting away with something scot-free, the expression. McLevin called it scotch-free. But scot-free has to do with the Scottish getting away with not paying taxes. That's where we came up with the expression, Paulie?
Yes, it's a old British term without getting charged a royal tax.
Okay. And also, we were wondering, do you get a phone call if you don't make it into the Hall of Fame? Baseball's Hall of Fame announcement today. What did you find out, Paulie?
According to the Baseball Hall of Fame, they do not call the people who don't get in.
Okay. Reggie Miller got the call from the Pro Basketball, the Basketball Hall of Fame. What was that like that day, Reg?
Surreal. I remember we were in Miami, and I knew they were getting ready to come out with the list. And, you get that phone call. I got a call at the Four Seasons and just said I was in. Congratulations, and pack your bags.
But did they give you a time frame of when they were going to call? So in case, like, your sister calls or one of your friends, Mark Jackson calls, like, you just don't want anybody calling during this period of time.
If memory serves me correct, they gave me a window. I think it was up to 3 hours. I'm like, what? Why does it take 3 hours to give a simple 1-minute phone call? But it was a 3-hour window.
Man. Did you receive a phone call where you thought it might have been the Basketball Hall of Fame?
No.
Okay. I heard Fritzy said you're coming in hot on our topic.
Well, look, I know Paul Newman has won by a landslide, but here's an actor that I wish, and it's because it was my dad's favorite actor, Sidney Poitier.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Guess who's coming to dinner?
Yeah.
In the heat of the night.
Yes.
They call me Mr. Tibbs. I would love to have been Sidney Poitier.
Of all the actors, you could be Sidney Poitier?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I mean, great
That's not bad, right?
No. It's you'd have to refresh them. You'd have to tell people to Google it, but Sidney Poitier was.
And you're not Googling Paul Newman?
No, because you had Slapshot,
Oh,
Color
come on!
Money.
Right now, Paul Newman is known for Caesar's dressing. Come on, that's what he's almost known for right now.
That's true.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I'll give you that. Yeah, Paul Newman. Oh, great actor. No, the salad dressing guy?
Great dressing. Honey, can you please go to Ralph's and get me some Paul Newman balsamic vinegar riot?
The trade last night. What happened last night? Did anybody get better last night?
To me, the winner is New York because they unload J.R. Smith, Shumpert, and they're close to $30 million for this coming summer. They have a chance to go after possibly LaMarcus Aldridge. I know Gasol. So to me, the winner is New York. I know they wanted to change the culture, whatever that means, and change the locker room, whatever that means. But look, I think people have been wanting Phil Jackson to actually do something for all the money he's getting paid, and he's clearing cap space room now. So here's the thing. You can clear all the cap space you want. You still got to get players to come. So that will be the challenge. Will guys want to come to New York and play?
Well, that's what I'm, does this entice Kevin Durant or LaMarcus Aldridge to say, hey, why don't you relocate for less money and come here to New York City? There's no reason why.
And play under the hottest lights ever.
Yeah.
In New York City. Look, both of those players you just mentioned are in comfortable positions to be in OKC and Portland. They're beloved by their fans. I don't see either one of those guys leaving. But I don't see Marc Gasol leaving Memphis as well. He's comfortable there. He grew up there. He played high school basketball, was Mr. Basketball in the state of Tennessee, so I don't see him leaving either. But, I mean, you look at someone like a Goran Dragic, who part of that three-guard rotation in Phoenix, they are playing well, but you've got Bledsoe, you've got Isaiah Thomas. Maybe he sometimes feels he's the odd man out. You throw some money at him, perhaps. But, again, it's going to take a special person who's willing to probably take less to come play in New York City.
Reggie will be calling Rockets against the Knicks this Thursday night. That's mean for them to make you do that.
Look, I always tell people I probably could Skype this game if I really had to. I would love to Skype this game from here from Malibu. I mean, I know we have to do it for formality to be there, but come on. Seriously?
And then Saturday at noon on CBS Sports Network, you have Army-Navy.
The best game I get to call all year. because, look, it's a rivalry between those two, and there's no love lost, but the respect that both of those two teams show one another, because at the end of the day, they are brothers in arms. It's a fantastic setting. I've done a couple at the Naval Academy, and now this will be my second game in upstate New York calling the game. So please come on out, support the guys, support the teams. It's just a great atmosphere.
You know what? I would come up for that game. I'm doing a Patriots game on Saturday, or I would definitely go to West Point.
Have you seen I'm sure you have. Have you been on the campus?
Yeah.
Is that an unbelievable campus or what? It is so beautiful.
I try to go up once a year or once every other year for a football game. I've gone the last couple of years, and I love the environment. I love the atmosphere there.
Campus.
Yeah, love it.
Stunning.
Yeah, love it. Do you remember they had a kid named Kevin Houston at Army who led the nation in scoring years ago, averaged 30 a game? You ever hear of this kid?
I've heard of the name.
He was
yes.
like 6 foot, white guy. If he walked on the floor at a pickup game, he'd be the last guy picked. And I played in a pickup game with him. And all of a sudden, he's shooting.
You had to lace your tennis shoes a little bit tighter, right?
Well, he's on my team, but I knew who he was. The guy that I was guarding him had no idea. It was one of those where they said, "Oh, I got this guy." Like they're waiting in line to guard this kid, and all of a sudden I went, "Boy, they want to guard me, not him." He came down from 25 feet, boom. Next time down 25, boom. And then I hear these two guys talking. They're going, "Who is?" I said, "A dude led the nation in scoring, man." They go, "Hey, I got this guy." They point to me. Yeah, he averaged over 30 a game at West Point. How does LeBron James feel right now?
Now, look, again, he said when he was coming home in his essay to SI that he's going to try and be patient, that Rome wasn't built in a day, and don't expect championships next year. But we expected them to be in a better position than they are right now. I do love the pickup of Shumpert because I think if you look – when you make trades like this, you have to look at the landscape of your conference. And you look at Atlanta, they've got Jeff Teague, Kyle Korver. Chicago, they've got Rose and Butler. Toronto, Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan. And Washington, John Wall, Bradley Beal. All four teams are ahead of Cleveland right now. And you bring in Shumpert, who is an elite wing defender. Well, you're going against Beal, DeRozan, Butler, Korver. So I think that's why David Blatt and David Griffin made the trade for Shumpert, because you're going to need those elite wing defenders when you go against those teams come playoff time.
Did you read Kobe's comments about AAU basketball is terrible? European basketball players more skilled. I mean, it is true, but I think there was reaction to it that maybe Kobe was overstating the evils of AAU basketball.
I've never been a fan of AAU basketball. I think too much is put into it, and you cater sometimes to one player who's probably an elite player, and to keep him on your team, you'll do whatever it takes so guys don't jump from AAU team to AAU team. I understand his point, but it's interesting because, to me, in America, we have the best players. Now, I know the European players, they say they're more skillful, but they're not as athletic as the American players. To me, I will still take a Kobe Bryant, a Kevin Durant, a Love, a Westbrook over any of the European players. Don't get me wrong. I love Ginobili. I love Dirk Nowitzki, Detlef Schrempf, Rick Smits. I love them all. But give me Patrick Ewing and Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird any day.
But Kobe was schooled in European basketball. I mean, he grew up in Italy, and he learned fundamentals there. A lot of these guys. Yeah, I mean, we see this. You've been at a pickup game where you see the guy who jumps to the roof. And you're like, oh my God, nobody's going to stop him. He doesn't know how to play. Or if you know how to play, you can take advantage of those kind of guys. But I think what Kobe was saying is, you get bad habits. There's a sense of entitlement with AAU basketball. You're the star, and there's not a whole lot of team. It's like an and one mixtape. But also, too, I think to Kobe's point, too, in AAU basketball, he's highlighting that there's not a lot of fundamentals being taught. You talked about the bad habits, and there's not a lot of team basketball. It's we instead of a lot of I going on. And I think that's what he was trying to highlight. And choice of words, perhaps
probably weren't the best, but I agree with him. I think AAU basketball sometimes, again, you try to highlight the best player and you cater to that player, and you're sacrificing 9 other young kids to try to keep this one player on your AAU team.
Did you read this story? This seems to be a Mike Tyson story where he recalls, like it seems like there are things that come into his head now that happened earlier in his life, that he called out Michael Jordan for maybe hooking up with his ex-wife, Robin
Mike
Givens.
Tyson?
Mike Tyson called out Mike Jordan. Robin Givens, remember her?
Of course.
So I guess they're at a table.
Right.
And Tyson is there. It's Michael Jordan. I think Mike Ditka was there. And Mike says something to Michael Jordan about Robin Givens, his ex-wife.
I'm not going there. I am not going there.
Now, when you dated Robin Givens, Tyson didn't call you out, right?
Look, I wouldn't. I tried to go visit Mike. I paid up on the bet, Spike. He didn't want to come out and see me. I actually went to the jail.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Well, why wouldn't he come out and see you?
I don't know.
Wait, what was the bet with?
And I was there for 2 hours waiting for him. They kept saying he's coming, and then finally said he doesn't want to come out.
What was
so
the
I
bet?
was there.
What was the bet?
If we lost in '94, Spike would, at the time, put my wife, if we won against the Knicks. If I lost, I had to go visit Mike. So I went and visited Mike, but he never came out.
You ever told this story?
I'm just telling it now.
Yeah, but you're in Indianapolis, and then you drive. How far is the prison?
It was about an hour. It was in Plainfield. It was about an hour and a half away.
Did he know you were coming?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he knew I was coming, but it's not like I could call his cell and say, "Hey, Mike, I'm coming."
What were you going to talk to him about?
Yeah, just keep his head up, and we love you, champ. I don't know what I was going to talk about, truthfully. I don't know. I just was paying up on my bet.
What if Mike said he was going to eat your children?
Oh, my God. No, Mike and I have been cool over the years. I've seen him a few times in a few events.
Wouldn't Mike Tyson have been a great Hannibal Lecter? Because you would have been, I'm going to eat your children. Yeah.
Literally.
You can see Reg on Thursday night as he Skypes in a performance. It's the Knicks against the Rockets on TNT. Or Army-Navy at West Point Saturday on CBS Sports Network.
Theodore, you're the best.
Hi,
Happy
buddy.
New Year to everyone.
All right. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, Reg.